All right, welcome to our next session in the film series. We got All Pro, first team All Pro Cam Heyward from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Disclaimer: I did record this previously, like a week ago, but the audio did not record for whatever reason, and so had to redo it. I just haven't had time until now. So this is our first interior D lineman. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the run stuffs, and then we're also going to look at the sacks. So at first, I was just going to do the run stuffs on first and second down, but not all of them have as much tape as the others. So we'll just look at them all. Now Cam has quite a bit. He's got 10. So we'll look at the sideline, and then we'll focus on the end zone view. So this is against the Falcons. You saw the play there. All right, so on the end zone view, slow it down a little bit. Falcons is a heavy zone team, outside zone, wide zone, whatever you want to call it. All right, so this is a wide zone. Now they got a tight end. They got Pitts in here blocking too. So Cam is right here in the middle, in case you didn't see. 97. And you see he's going to get immediate knockback on the center, who ends up getting him good feet. But and this is, I felt like some type of slant or stunt, because you're going to see the first steps by everybody is down. These two D linemen come down. The outside backer plays, and then the inside backer starts to step out. Now that might be just because he's reacting, but to me, everybody stepping down made me feel like it was some type of game going on. But either way, so they're going against the zone, but still, you'll see that makes the job for 67 easier. But because of Cam's power, you can see where everybody else is, well, they're not getting movement. Everybody else is kind of getting lateral movement. There's no movement here. He's getting upfield penetration. That's good technique. That's pure power. And then that's going to cause it to bounce. And as I said with the edge players, whenever you got plays like this, people on the play side have to be doing their job. So the play side zone, this outside backer going against a tight end, I mean, look at him set the edge, able to at least get to the point where the outside arm could be free. So Robinson, because the play wants to go here, but because he can't, has to go back, and as we saw earlier, Heyward did his job and then just ran it down the line, made a stop for no gain. Okay, next one is going to be the Chargers, and they got a heavy formation here. We saw the two pools, and then they end up getting no gain. This one actually didn't run super fast like all the other ones, so let's see if that works. All right, Cam's here. They got a nose. He's at a 3-4 DN. It's pretty much a base. They don't have TJ Watt out here, but I believe 51 is Herbig, who did pretty well. But either way. All right, so we see the guard in the tackle pulling GT counter, and the backside tight end is going to step down, try to cut that off. So since they're pulling this way, usually everybody blocks down. So Cam was kind of head up, so that's a one-on-one matchup. Now we see him get off his block, and then he helps clean up. So again, everyone play size to do their job. Now the tackle's blocking down, and I'm sure they were leaving 56 to get kicked out by the first puller, and then the second pullers for the linebacker. Not sure if he was supposed to engage him or what, but 56 gives him a swim. He kind of is not really doing anything in the play. But either way, 56 Highsmith, you see, outside arm, he spills that, causes the pull to get collapsed, so that second puller can't really do anything. Then the corner or safety, I'm not sure, I believe that's a corner, does a great job as well. So there's no perimeter for this running back to go, and they blew up the pool. So because Cam got off his block, he is free to then catch the running back trying to cut back. They, like I said, they pile that up. Cam is in there to help on that tackle. Cam, and I focus a lot on everybody else, but Cam that's pure power. That's good technique. You saw him ragdoll, use the lineman's momentum against him, and was able to shed him. And he's a veteran. He's been doing this a long time. All right, Chargers again. You see, he comes backside, is able to help clean that up. So as we said before, especially when you're making a play from a backside position, that means play side's doing their job. So they do a lead toss here, trying to get to the perimeter. Right now, Watt is they got him pinned. He spins and continues to work outside. And 31, whoever, I believe that's a safety, he does a good job of forcing this play back almost to the point, well, all the way to the point where the tight end tries to run and get him, and he lets TJ Watt go. This guy's not in position to block TJ Watt. So TJ's now free. He's able to get underneath that block, and all that causes it to flow backwards towards Cam. So let's watch Cam now. He shifts over last second. That's important. He's going to shift over last second. That gets him in position to beat this offensive lineman, because this guy has somebody head up he's looking at, so he can't help. So it's one-on-one. He beat him to the point, outside arm free, or play side arm really, and he's just running it down the line, and everybody does their job, so it comes back to him. I mean, big time hustle, big time awareness, and that's what you want from a guy that's been in the league this long, but still has the physical power to get it done. All right, the Colts. Power run team by philosophy. And we see Cam make that play in the backfield, so let's see what we got. All right, so already Q Nelson is pulling. Looks like might be some type of power. So anyway, the center, he's going to block back on Cam Heyward, and then the pull's supposed to go there. So there's two things here. Number one, what number is this? 41. He does a great job of filling this immediately. So even if Q makes contact, they're already at the line. There's nowhere to go. And then TJ does a great job, of course, against tight end, setting the edge. That's so his outside arm is free. There's no way for that running back to go. And then Cam just does a good job working off his block, continuing to work upfield. He's getting super held. So if you watch Cam, again, I mean, as a veteran, like, most of the time, with these schemes, he pulls, somebody's blocking down on you. Somebody's blocking down on me. I know he's stepping with his momentum. I'm going to swim the other way. That's the benefits you get when, they talk about signing a 34-year-old and this and that. Like, yeah, it might be older, but first of all, physically, he's still out here dominating, but mostly you get the benefit of that experience. All right, so Cleveland Browns, we got a snow out game. Definitely gonna be hard to see. Not much happening right there. And so the end zone will get a better look. Kinda. I was about to say, I remember this clip is not super easy to see, but all right. So Cam Heyward is right here, I believe. All right, so a lot of people off their blocks. Looks like a inside zone. Yeah, they're trying to inside zone to the right. Looks like everybody's kind of stepping down, but either way, Queen gets in the gap quick. TJ's, I mean, he's in okay position. He's kind of pressing it down, but I don't know if this is a blitz, but the linebackers get in the gap quick. And so already that's creating one-on-one matchups. 65 does not have the angle on Heyward and doesn't have help because Batonio's trying to get to the linebacker. So already at the line of scrimmage, there's no movement. And so running back tries to cut it back where there's no backside blocker for this D-back. And then Herbert does a good job getting off tight end. Now, the thing with Heyward, as you'll see, he's going to spin back. He's going to spin back and get right into the play. Now, you could call that veteran move. I would assume so. Feeling that pressure on his back shoulder, seeing how not condensed. How what word am I looking for? Congested. There we go. Seeing how congested this is, you might have felt, okay, the running back clearly is not running in this area, so he's got to cut backside. So let me spin, get back in the lane. I give him that benefit of the doubt as a vet. Okay, we got the Bengals on the goal line. Woo! Smack. All right, looks like he was unblocked. So let's see what we got here. So we got a lot of people on the line, of course. So sometimes assignments get messed up. All right, we got a puller. This guard is pulling. Now, again, center usually blocks back, which he does. But as we can see, they got a kind of not an overload, but they're packed on this side. So the center, there's another person here. So the center has to get this person. So that means the only one that can block Heyward in this position is the backside tackle. So he's got to get over here and block, so he tries to cut. Misses the cut. Again, Heyward seeing the pull. Seeing where the play's going. Just great. I mean, let's see. At snap of the ball, I mean, he's upfield. Just a great first step. Great awareness. Balance to go through that cut block attempt. And then just makes the play. And one thing I said in my first watch through, like, man, this film was just, I can't say enough. This film was amazing. All right, so the Browns again. This time we could actually see. Got a 1 yard loss. They shrink it to the outside. So let's see. Cam's right here. And really he's in a 4-eye. He's more on the tackle. They got a base front. Well, not actually, sorry. That is not a base front. But we got a D-back all the way up here. So a lot of people on the line of scrimmage. All right, so they try to pull. They pull a center end guard. Try to one-on-one with Cam Heyward. I mean, and just good backside pursuit. So the block, I mean, they do a good job of Cam's running his feet, following the play, doing a good job there. And again, as I said, play side, they have to do their job for these type of plays to work. So we see the outside backer trying to maintain and set the edge. Now to get into the perimeter. That walked up D-back does a great job of running to make sure to get to the force so that this doesn't bounce wide and forcing it back inside. And 50, whoever 50 is, completely blows up a block or a puller. That's kind of a kamikaze, but either way, you already was pretty good here, but they probably were going to string it out to the sideline, but because of that, running back has to hesitate. There's no way to cut it up. And then the backside pursuit gets him. Again, good hustle. That's part of D-line. That motor is a big part of playing D-line. Stay around the ball. Good things happen. All right, Baltimore Ravens. Top rush attack out here. In the white zone. Lost for 3 yards by Cam Heyward. All right, so I saw a puller. Let's see what we got. Cam's over here. Pretty much on the right side exclusively. All right, so who is this? Is this a tackle? Yeah, tackle's pulling. Oh, sorry, no, the guard is pulling. Everybody's blocking down. Might be some type of power, not sure. So we got a tight end, H-back, whatever you want to call him, outside. Cam's here in his 4-eye, which is right in line with Stanley, so Stanley should be blocking back one-on-one with him. They try to give a chip with 65 so they could get to the line. And you can see Cam has hand on Stanley's shoulders. Completely tosses him. You see, again, he sees that block down. He knows that lineman's momentum is coming this way. So he counters, throws him, uses his momentum against him. Just to shed him in the field unblocked. But also, play side has to do their job as well. So, again, they're coming for this kick out with the pull. So the H-back is going to the next level. So Highsmith torpedoes that. I mean, because realistically, if Highsmith stays here and this pool's able to get here, you got way more space for Henry to avoid Heyward and bounce it. But because they close it down right here, the only way Henry, he has to completely stop his momentum and bounce all the way out, which he can't do. Cam makes the play, big time play. But again, Cam has to be off his block to make that play. I'm not saying it's only because of, you know, whatever. It's football, it's team defense. But because he gets off those blocks and he sheds them, he's able to be in position to make those tackles. All right, Kansas City Chiefs. Out the shotgun, Kareem Hunt. Queen and Heyward. No gain. All right, let's see what we got. All right, Thuney's at tackle at this point in the season. Cam is right here. We got a 4-man front. All right, let's see. We got some type of zone. All right, play size doing a pretty good job. The pursuit. I mean, linebacker just does a good job pursuit. And you see, they get no movement on Heyward. Heyward's still made it with his guy, using his leverage to maintain his gap, moving along with it. Once he sees the back, he sheds off. Helps make that play. Let me let it run through so you can see that. And again, that's just good solid defense. He's a backside defender on this. Everybody play side did their job, forcing it to kind of cut back. Same thing we've been talking about. All right, Chiefs again. I think this is the last one. All right, 3 tight end set out here. 13 personnel, heavy set. Steelers are in base. All right, we see Heyward in the backfield immediately. Loss of 2 yards. All right, so Heyward's over here. Again, he's on that backup guard on the left side. He's in a 4-eye though. He's pretty wide. All right, so it looks like a split zone, some type of split zone. Either way, everybody's zoning to the left. And once again, Heyward uses that momentum against him to Olay, swim off. Sees him coming, swims off, uses his momentum against him. Now he's wide open in the gap. And the good thing about it is, I mean, he knows he has this linebacker. I think at this point, you know, this is what you can do when you really understand the defense and the structure of a defense. When you scout the team well and you know the plays, you know with what your front and you know, with these people of how these blocks are going to go. So he know he has that one-on-one block because they got to get up to the linebacker. So when he swims off, he's got that free. And a good job. I mean, he makes the running back bounce, but still has the agility to change the direction, the speed to chase that down and get in on that tackle. Okay. Let's jump over to the sacks where he had 7 sacks. So it's a lot of Cam Heyward going on. All right, we're against the Chargers. And this is Taylor Heinicke, or Tyler. I always say Tyler. I think it's Taylor. I don't remember. It's Heinicke. This isn't Herbert. But empty set, loss of 10. Let's see. This was 3rd and 14, so 3rd and long. You saw a little bit of a coverage sack. I mean, they're running a stunt. Cam is, you know, ping-ponging out this way or ricocheting so they could twist it side of here, excuse me. The tackle just does not do a good job. As you can see, Cam is all the way into his chest. He has no way to, I mean, he just got blown up. He had no way to reestablish his feet. So once he ended up one-on-one, Cam just beats him straight to the quarterback. Pure power. Getting back on the hoop, even though you're doing a stunt, getting back on the hoop towards the quarterback. Again, classic stuff. Classic tape. Alright, not sure what down this is, but anyway, the Raiders, it's 1st down, actually. So 1st down, they get a sack, lose 9 yards. See, we got 4-man front. So they bring a blitz. I mean, but that part doesn't really matter. Now, it's a true pressure. This ain't a coverage sack. Again, it's 1st down. Man, I mean, again, Heyward just using the momentum against these guys. So you got whatever protection they got. You see their eyes are inside. So they're sliding towards that way. That's where his momentum's going. So Cam just uses momentum against him, clubs him, and then gets back on the hoop. Now that's the difference. Even if he was good enough to recognize all this, make this play, now you got to get back and reposition, get back on the hoop. I mean, he's not skinny, but, you know, get into the position that's going to lead you directly to the quarterback. Get on that path, not go wide, not go out here. As best you can. You see he uses his hands to knock the second block off. I mean, it's just veteran moves. Okay. Commanders. All right, a little bit of a cover sack. Let's just see. Top of the drop. Looks like it was about a 5-step drop. Maybe he was drifting. It was supposed to be 3. I mean, we got these guys coming across the field. I guess he could have took a shot there, but pocket's already kind of breaking down. All right, so let's get to the end zone. All right, we got 4 down linemen. They end up bringing 5 with a linebacker blitz. Cam's just one-on-one, walking him down. So I think Cam was just waiting once he saw what it was and what he had, that one-on-one. Then he extends that arm because he's in position for this long arm. He's going to get his hands in position on the lineman inside the chest. Then he's going to long arm him with the 1. Long arm stab, whatever you want to call it. So now that gives him space, position to go 2 ways. Obviously, somebody's in that gap, so he's going to go this way. But he keeps the lineman's hands off of him so that he could work off that. But he's beating him with power, so he just drives him with 1 hand and then the other arm is free, and that's why you keep that arm free so that you could catch anything coming. Now, also credit to Highsmith. He's pressing the issue. He's off his man for a quick pressure, making Jaden step up right into Heyward. So credit there too, but you know the rush works together. All right, Commanders again. Little play action, immediate pressure. Looks like, I don't know, it's supposed to be a rollout or something, but never got started. Cam is already back there. All right, we're in the base formation. All right, so we got protection, one of those play action protections. So they're going to pull, you know, make it look like something. And the center's just not fast enough to step down. I'll let that play. Cam is just too fast. That first step, I mean, you see, I said I was going to let it play, I know. But you see that first step, he's up the field. He's gone. Again, clap, man. I mean, I know he's older, but it's what you're paying for, that elite play. All right, Cincinnati. This is what I call natural rush. He was getting right towards the top where it might have been a coverage type thing, but I think they got it within rhythm of the play. Anyway, they got a double A-gap mug. See, both linebackers end up dropping. I mean, they brought the running back in there too. So running back's not looking. Must have a half slide here or whatever. They're waiting for inside here. So Cam's one-on-one. And what we saw earlier, just long arm stab. I mean, he initially starts working the other way, but I guess he liked that he liked the leverage he had, and just one arm walks him down perfectly to where Joe Burrow can't come up. This guy's not a defender, but he's still in Burrow's way. And so he's only got one way to come, which is towards Heyward. Pure power. But not bully ball, not just running head first into somebody. Pure power used in the right way. All right, is this the Browns again? Was that play earlier not the Browns? Because they wouldn't be playing Cleveland for a third time. All right, I don't know. I don't know what I missed there. Maybe that was the Bengals earlier. I don't know. Either way, I think the snow game was. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what we got. We got 4 down. Heyward's right here. Looks like he's one-on-one with Bettino. I mean, yeah, this is a cover sack. Bettino, I mean, they still, I mean, I wouldn't say stalemate, because you can see how much ground he's penetrating his pocket, pushing it back. Bettino's doing his job, you know, trying to sit on it, sit on the rush, anchor down. And for the most part, you know, it's fine, but it's just nowhere for Winston to go. So now he's trying to create something. And again, once you get into those situations, the offensive line doesn't know what a quarterback is, but the D-line does. So easy for them to just run to the quarterback. All right, Browns again. All right, so again, a bit of a coverage sack. Let's see. I mean, he really just took one step. Looked like it was supposed to be something quick, just a lot of traffic, good man coverage, plastered, nothing there. So now he tries to make something happen. So this was third and about 5-ish. Either way, they was looking for a quick hitter. That was not there. So we'll see Cam working against Bettino again. I don't know if he's all pro. He went all pro this year, but All pro in the pass. Actually, my bad. They pass it off. They do a stunt. Pass it off to the center. And just keeps working. I mean, let's see the center try to pass this off. Let's see. I mean, yeah. He just redirected on him. Good change of direction. Again, that guy doesn't know what a quarterback is. D-line does. Okay, that's it. Man, some great tape again by Cam Heyward. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Get the convo started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and hope to see you next episode.